Alright, Eonon sent me their brand new M3BKX7A. So, I've been wanting CarPlay in my car ever since I got it. So today, we're finally going to retrofit it and get it up to today's standards. Today we're going to install it in my Mazdaspeed 3. We're going to see how easy it is to install and if it's actually worth buying. So, let's unbox it. Alright, now a couple of my friends have these in their vehicle currently. So I'm very excited to, add this to the collection as well. So let's get some first impressions here. Just lay that there. This is all that's included in the box. Let's take a look. Ooh, this is the actual unit itself. Let's get this open. Take a look. Yeah, that's crazy clean. I'm very, very excited to put this in. My car is missing some technology, and I'm very excited to actually be able to use CarPlay, watch YouTube videos, and get everything done from the screen. I like how they also added this plastic bezel so it actually fits into the car perfectly, because without this little plastic trim piece, it kind of look odd. So awesome, that's the screen. That looks really, really good. That's amazing. Okay, let's put this to the side for now. We just have a wiring harness, and here we have we have a backup camera in here. Yeah, it's gonna make definitely reverse parking so much easier. So, backup camera, user manual, more of like an installation guide, and the pinout connections. This is what makes it happen. So, now this system is all plug and play, so it is fairly simple. We have some brackets, have some pins and a fuse. We have the GPS module as well as the microphone. Now I know it looks confusing and everything, but Eonon did a great job labeling everything, so I'm really not too concerned here. This unit looks crazy sick, so I'm very excited to install it in the car, so let's go do that. Alright, so we're going to start by taking off this plastic trim. That will reveal 4 Phillips screws. So that guy removed. Now we have access to those 4 screws I was talking about, so let's take out those guys. Okay, so we got those screws removed, so now we're gonna take off this vent, or at least pop it up a little bit. Honestly, we may as well just unclip that and get it out of the way. Now that that's free, we should be able to pull this unit out. With a little bit of finagling, it's out. Now that that's out, we can start unclipping all of these harnesses. And just like that, the old radio is out. We got the old radio out. It looks pretty dated, so I'm really, really excited to throw this brand new guy in there. So the wiring harness on the car, there's 2 main things you need to plug in. Your audio side and then your connections side. So basically over here we have all your steering wheel controls, your fuse box and everything like that. But once all of this is plugged in, now we can move over to the main unit. I have all of the wires plugged into the back of the unit. So now what we're gonna do is match up our audio cables to this part of the harness here. Connect. So I got everything plugged into the back of the harness. Now, before throwing it all back together, I would like to start the car and make sure all the features work, make sure CarPlay works and everything like that. So first startup, first impressions, it's actually very responsive. So you can see how it responds to my touch. It's very crazy responsive. That's really cool. I haven't even peeled off this thing yet. You have some crazy oh my gosh. Okay, so has an advanced equalizer, which can come in handy because I have a sub in this car anyway. Crazy responsive. Go to my steering wheel. awesome. So in the kit that Eonon gave, there's going to be 4 black plastic, they're not plastic, they're metal, but they're meant to go into plastic screws. So what we want to do is get your brackets. They're actually marked up for you, so it's easy. Get these brackets, line them up onto the actual unit, and you want to screw those into there. So let's do the second bracket. Again, further explaining here. Those go like that. And then take the provided 2 black screws. Now that that bracket's installed, we can remove the factory LCD screen off the stock unit. So there's these 2 little screws right here first. First one off, second one. And this should pop off like that. Now that we have the screen off, this you don't technically need anymore, but again, you can still keep. But it's funny to see the comparison between the 2. Like, that just updates it so much. LCD screen is gonna go in, make sure you put it in the right way. It goes on the back of those plastic tabs, and then it slides in. Like so. Now we can plug in our little LCD screen connector. Let's fit this unit into the car. Already buttoned up, it already looks so much more modernized. I also really like this unit because it's incredibly clean. Okay, so have my microphone here. I plan to put it in this headliner part. Yeah, I'll just have it up like that. We're gonna actually screw in this radio so it doesn't fall out. And then, now comes the vents. Like that. Make sure those pins align. And then you got these screws, and they go in there. Okay, so I did wire the microphone, and I did wire, so the microphone's right here, and the backup camera's right here. Plastic tab that goes like that. Now I can go like that. Boom. All right, guys, it's been a couple weeks since I've installed the system, and let me say, I've got some really good things to say. From getting into my car in the morning, it's such ease having CarPlay just connect like that. Now, just let me show you how this has changed the Mazda. Now, this unit has all you could ever ask for. Now, this unit goes straight in, and it's all plug and play. So, that means I'm able to use it with my factory Bose system. And with that system, I get all of my steering wheel controls. Works flawlessly. This thing has so many different options. That is crazy. Genuinely, my speakers sound better too. The Bose system in here sounded pretty good before, but it felt like it was lacking some power. Now, this just gave it the oomph. So, yeah, I can customize absolutely everything. I can turn off certain speakers. I can go to bass boost. I can do like 3D surround sound. I can control absolutely everything, which is awesome. Now, another cool part about this setup is that it works with the factory LCD screen. As you can see, as I adjust the volume for my steering wheel controls, it also goes up there. Now, this unit also has a radio as well, but I won't be using that since I always just connect to CarPlay. Now, in the actual unit itself, we have a lot of options. We have everything from Chrome to the cameras to Netflix to Google to CarPlay to even some cool gauges that you can get while you're driving. Wow, that's cool. Look at that. You can watch YouTube. Look at that quality too. All right, now we're gonna install the backup camera. So I already have this part plugged in. So what we're gonna do is try and find a home for these wires because I plan to put the camera about there. Okay, excuse all the wires. I had all that stashed for my sub underneath that cover. So I removed this. I tried to see if there's any clear access holes from this and I couldn't find any. So I want to take the wheel off and then probably just use the drain plug down there. All right, with the spare tire removed, with this bolt, I was able to pop out the spare tire and that cover. Now, I had a little bit of an oil spill, so I'm just trying to clean up everything before I reseal it back together. But I popped out that little drain plug. Now, it's a plastic grommet, so what you could do is take out the plastic grommet, screw a hole the size of the wire, and then put it back in. I'm going to wash this out though, so I'm actually just going to leave that out for the video. But what I'm going to do is, yeah, get that plastic grommet, screw a hole in it so it goes something like that, and then put it down there. Now, what I'm going to do for the camera part is pull this back just a bit like that, and then feed the wires through by just pulling it back, and then it should pop out down here. So, I mean, you could take the bumper off if you want to, but I feel like it'd be easier just to pull it out a little bit and throw those wires in. So let's do that. Now, with that wire behind there, I should be able just to pull it up like that. We're gonna mount it there, but for now I'm gonna focus on hiding this wire. But like I said, I am gonna put that grommet in there, but I'm gonna clean my trunk out, so I'm not gonna put the grommet in for the video, but I highly recommend you do put it in. All right, now we're gonna take the provided screws and screw in the camera to right about there. All right, now that that's bolted in, I am going to slightly tighten those because I want an angle on the camera when I'm reversing. Stay still, and boom. Let's go see what it looks like. Perfect. Alright, so overall, I would say that this thing is worth it. The screen quality is good, and it's not some washed out garbage you sometimes get on these aftermarket units, so that's a plus. The backup camera too even comes in pretty good. It's not some weird fisheye thing, or it's not all distorted, and it's not laggy either. The cool part is that it's all wireless, so there's no fumbling with a cable whenever you get into the car. The wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto hooks up seamlessly with no hiccups there. It's actually cool because it keeps my OEM stuff intact, which is the part that really gets sacrificed with some of these aftermarket units. My Bose system, my LCD touchscreen, and my steering wheel controls all work perfectly fine and actually integrate into the system. This thing has a lot of features and probably more than people are actually going to use, but it's still nice to have. And the install is pretty straightforward too. There's no calling your buddy that throw these in for a living. It's super straightforward. I would just say they're so solid overall. Like, I've been using this unit for about like maybe 3 weeks now, and every time I just get into the car, it just connects. And like, even like swiping around trying to find maps or something, it's been so ergonomic, you know, really awesome. And I can't say if I've been able to find a product this well built in a while. So I would say if you're in the market for one of these, I would highly recommend purchasing a Eonon unit. Use code RIO10 to get the discount. See you guys later. Subscribe for the next one. So he helped me film the whole thing, my little brother. So I'm gonna let him pull that back. So, oh yeah, that looks awesome.